Right, so back in the garage again. I hope you all had a nice Christmas. As you can tell, it's freezing. Yes, I hope you all had a nice Christmas, nice bit of time off. I've not managed to do anything as of yet, hence why I'm currently stood in the garage, just trying to make a bit of a start on something. So, taking off from the wheel bearings from where I last set, finished, this is where I was up to. So I got one of the bearings pressed in, the other one is still not in yet. But as you know, with me and ordering parts, I always order something bloody wrong, don't I? So these, the dust seals, let me show you. So on the rear side, so this is the drive shaft side, this is the wheel side. Oh, God, they're heavy them. Basically the dust seal goes in there. On that side, mint, so they just need pressing in. On this side, when I turn it back over again, this dust seal doesn't fit in that slot, does it? And how many of them have I got? 4. Doofus here ordered 2 of the external seals and 2 external seals instead of the internal seals, so I've got 4 of the same bloody thing, so they're no good. So I've had to order over the Christmas period. I've ordered 2 more, so they're going to be here. I mean, what day are we on now? The 28th, so they're not going to be until after the 6th of the new year, which is a bit of a pain because it means I can't finish them until that point, really. But I can get the small seals on and get the hubs pressed in. But the reason why I came in here is mainly to get the 3D printer up and running again, because I've got something else to print. So just let me set this off, get my settings, get it ready. Manual preheat PLA. So that's my 3D print set off. That is currently going to be printing, I think, for about 7 hours. If anybody wants to gift me a 3D printer that's a bit better than that one in speed, then that'd be awesome, but it's never going to happen. So anyway, I'm going to crack on now with basically getting another bearing pressed into here, and a seal onto the opposite side of this, and I might get a hub pressed in, and then at least some of the hubs are nearly done. But I'm not holding out much hope because it's absolutely freezing in here. So yeah, let's do that. Quite easily. I've just got. There we go, that's one more bearing pressed into the hub. So all I need to put in now is the lock ring into that recess, and then we're good to go. So as you can see, that's all now nicely seated in there. Now the next task is to press these in. I can't remember for the life of me whether they went in that way or whether they went in that way. So I'm just going to go do a quick bit of research on that, and then I'll come back. Right, so that's that dust seal in. I used the large insert steel thing there so that I can press it down with a press nice and evenly. You do get people hitting these in with hammers, but you know me. If the press is there, you might as well use it. So the next job for me to do is to press the hub into the bearing. But as you know, well, you might not know, the bearings actually have 2 races to either side that hold the ball bearings in place. So if you just get the hub, let me spin it. So if you just get this hub now, which is this big steel insert with a spline inner for the rear wheels, if you just push that through there now, you can see that. Let me get a little just let's get this pointy stick. So you can see that this line here, they're your 2 halves of your bearing. Now your bearing is a complete unit, obviously, but where that break is, if you was to push that cylindrical part of that hub straight through there, when it hits this line here, it'll just start to try and push that part of the bearing out, and it'll just drop out the bottom. So you have to support that. So basically, when you put it in the press, instead of holding the hub, so I've been using that big insert there, so that's been on this outer edge holding the hub, I now need something that's going to support this race of the bearing so they don't just push it apart. It's not the end of the world if it does. You can put this back on afterwards, but it just makes things a little bit easier. So I've got this box of sleeves, and I'm thinking it's going to be that end one there, because I've used it before. As you see, it's got a little bit of damage to it, and I'm pretty sure that that will go on there. Could actually go up a size, so yeah, I think it will do. Yeah, so I've gone up a size. This one here seems to fit in there quite snugly, because there's a bit of a taper on the end of that, and obviously there's a taper on the inside of the bearing, so when you put them on they just seem to bond quite nicely in there once you get it right, which is there. So that's nice and snug. I could possibly turn it around that way and use that sleeve, but that's for these parts, so that'll go in the rib on there. So that's going to go onto there, so we'll get that now in the press. Move that one out of the way so we don't need that anymore. So I'll get it on the press here, and then we'll get that hub pressed in. So I've just given everything a smear of grease along with the hub, so when it goes in nothing will bind up and it'll just go in nice and smooth, hopefully. There we go, it won't go any further, so we're in. Stopped. I think we're in. And there we have it. That's one new hub installed into the rear hub assembly. You can see around here on this side, I can't do it one-handed particularly well, but you can see that everything is up flush as to where it needs to be. So all I need to do now is need to wait for these new dust seals to arrive that I can put in there, and then there's these additional shields that go in here which align up with that hole there, which is for the ABS. So yeah, I'm just going to do the other one now, get it up to the same point, and then when them seals come through I can just crack on. The 3D printer's been running for, I don't know, about an hour now, and it's currently up to there. It's got to get up to about this high yet, because that's only half of one of the bodies, and then bearings on it start to sound a bit so it's only a matter of time. Don't like being in the garage, obviously. It's cold, it's damp, so the bearings are probably giving up, I don't know. But yeah, so I'll get on with that, and that'll be it for today. So hopefully in the next video I'll get them seals, I'll get them all built up, and I can get on them with the front hubs as well. So hopefully these dust seals might fit the fronts, but I don't know. Figure that out when we come to it. Right, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.